So, hello brothers and sisters, how are you? I hope all is well with you fellow lions. I hope life is treating you okay. This is Teacher Kaitesi. So, I wanted to talk to you about this whole two moons, what I know about it. So first I'll tell you a story. Many years ago when I was still at university in Uganda, I had a part-time job where I was selling phones. And this place is called Ivory Plaza where I used to work, and it's next to a Pioneer Mall in Uganda, and it's also near the taxi park, the main transportation area in Uganda. So there were times when I would go to have my lunch and I would stand above the taxi park because it was like in a lower area, and you could stand up and watch like people in the taxi area. And there would be so many people moving left, right, bumping into each other, so many people. And then I would always wonder, who are all these people? What are they doing in this place all the time? Where are people going? Where are they coming from? Why are there so many? Literally, I remember I used to look at them and they look like insects, like how you see ants making lines and they are moving left, right, so many, carrying things, others, And I remember even at the time when I wasn't aware that I was awake or anything different from other people, I just thought I was weird. But I would always feel this spirit within me tell me that not necessarily that they are all people. And I would think, what do you mean? And the spirit would tell me that some of them are decoys, just so that you, who are real people, never really know that you're actually few. So all these different people bring in struggles. They make you feel like rightfully food should be expensive because we are so many. Rightfully clothes and housing and all these things should be expensive because we are so many. But they are not really people. Okay? And so I used to think, this is my mind, which is weird, like how people used to call me weird. So I thought, this is my mind being weird, So anyway, that memory stayed there. So I get older, and then for me personally, I awakened to being awake in 2012, 12th of December. How it was said that the world would end at that time, for me, the world changed at that time. Because truthfully, for me, that day, that week, it's like literally the universe undressed, and I now could see the truth. All these things that I had always known, but not really been sure about, like everything just crashed, and I could see it. So part of the things that came into my mind, like down, I had all these downloads just coming in. And I remember that we had a time when we had 2 moons. Strange as that seemed, but for me it wasn't. It was like I could remember this time, and we had 1 moon on this side, and we had 1 moon on the other side. And sometimes this one would be moving and becoming bigger, and this one would be at a time when it is a crescent moon, when it is small. So as one would be growing, becoming bigger, the other one would be small, and then it was always like that. There was always a moon at night because we always had one which was big and the other one was small, depending on the times, okay? So, and then I was thinking, what kind of time was that? Like, was that a different time? Was that, But I remember knowing and seeing the 2 moons, and they were there in the time that I was there. So that was there in my mind. Then I had another download during that time where I saw where there was this thing that was talked about, and it came and it fell on earth. And when it fell, it split like an egg. Okay? Like how you'd break an egg. And when it split, our ancestors came out of it. Our ancestors came out of it. And when this thing fell and split and our ancestors started coming out of it, we started to remember who we are, us, the children of the Most High. We had this rendezvous place where we had talked that when this happens and we remember who we are, we shall meet in such a place. So we all started coming into that place to meet because we knew each other. We finally knew each other. Now, when we were making our way to this place, some people were flying in from different places and so on. But the world seemed empty. Like the people were few during that time. Because I remember moving, like I'm saying, I'm excited, I'm going to meet my brothers and sisters. But everywhere I was passing, there were like few cars, there were few people, there were few, and And I kept thinking, how come people are so few today? How come people are so few in time? There was no traffic, there was no difficulty to get into where I was going. you know, the people seemed very few. Now, when I saw that, whether it was a vision, whether it's, I don't know. I'm not going to call it names because I just remember all this stuff coming back, like into my mind. But when I saw that and I was seeing all these parts of town empty, like few people in the streets and such, then the other voice told me that, do you remember when you saw the park and we told you that most of the people aren't actually people? Then I said yes, and said, so this time they will leave. Those people will vanish. They will not be there. It will just be actual real people who will be there. Okay, so I remember we met in this place and we were hugging we were hugging each other and we were talking and we were like, my God, you know, I went through this and you know, we were sharing all these moments, and these other people, these masses of all these people that we knew were not there. Okay, so when this whole thing came up of the 2 moons, for me I was too busy. Because somehow this time I've been given new classes and I have non-stop supervision and I have non-stop criticism and, you know, like everything seemed so intense. Like I didn't have time to actually think about the 2 moons and all this and all that. So the other day, like yesterday, I had time. I left, you know, went to this place where I go to sit and think. And while I was thinking, I started thinking, all this distraction happening at work, where I'm consistently being supervised and criticized and put under so much pressure, it seems like it is keeping me from something. You know, I could feel Spirit telling me, don't go so much into the pressure happening at work. What is it that they are trying to keep you from remembering? Like, what is it that you're supposed to remember during this time that you're not remembering because you're so caught up in all this other work pressure? And I thought, what is it? So I slept last night thinking, like I prayed and I told the Most High, you know what, if there's something that I'm supposed to remember during this time, but I'm so caught up in the pressure of work, please remind me, help me remember. So I sleep. Then this early morning, that's when I remembered that I saw this thing that would come and it would fall and it would break and our ancestral powers would come back into the world and those powers would awaken us. Okay? And so I started to remember, that's when I remembered the story of the park and the people moving up and down and how the Spirit told me that all those are just decoys. These are all there just to make you feel like reasonably the housing should be expensive, food is expensive, resources are expensive, okay? But those resources are only expensive on us, real people. Us, the children of the Most High, us, the people, children of Adam and the children of the Most High, are the ones who find these resources expensive. These resources are made expensive, and we are made to think that we are competing with so many people for resources. Yet in actual sense, most of these things that we see moving around are just decoys. They're just decoys. They're not real beings. They're not part of who we are. They're not part of us, you know. So I remembered this and then I thought, you know, I'll share it. I'll share it. You see, sometimes these people do these things and they can tell us something like 2 months are happening and it's going to be for the next 2 months and it's going to go away. Maybe it is not the actual one. Do you understand? It is possible they could be telling us to throw those of us who have seen it off. Like so that you think, was I wrong? Was I not? But something is supposed to land on this earth, and when that thing splits, it has brought a certain energy to this place, to earth, and that energy is supposed to awaken us. It's supposed to awaken us to who we really are. That's how, for me, I saw it. And I saw this 2012. You can imagine this is when I saw it. And sincerely speaking, I have not thought about it since then. The way it just came back this morning, literally, when I woke up, like that whole memory came back, you know. So I thought to myself, whatever it is that is happening, it doesn't really concern us. It's not a bad thing for us. It may be a scary time for some people, but for us it's not. It's our greatest time. Everything that was lost to us is going to come back, if really they are telling us the truth. Because you see, they are saying that we can't see this moon, you know. So are we sure that it's really there? But there is supposed to be something that is supposed to land on this earth, And when that thing splits, it brings energy to us, which will awaken us to who we really are. Okay? So if it is this, prepare that you are about to be awakened in levels you have never understood. Prepare that you are about to know yourself, and you're going to know your brothers and your sisters. Us who allowed all these contracts, all these people, all of you who had these contracts ongoing, you're going to awaken to all these things that happened. Okay, you're going to know who you are. You're going to know the people that were with you when we were making those contracts, because it wasn't just how many people. All of us were there, us, the children of the Most High. We saw each other. We knew each other. Okay, so if this is the one, and it is not these people's usual playing with us so that they can make us misinterpret things or feel like we're misinterpreting things. If it is the one, yeah, it is supposed to split, and when it splits, the energy it emits is supposed to help us, to make us remember who we really are. Okay? Also, another thing I want to tell you, there is so much pressure going on for each and every one of us, whichever way you are, wherever it is that you're working, whatever it is that you're going through, there is so much pressure going on. But the Most High says that if you're in a workplace and you're working for people, and you find that they're putting so much pressure on you, you don't mind about it. Focus on what your work is. Focus on doing your work the best way you can. Focus on that. And also, don't lose your temper. Don't lose your temper and talk badly, because they are looking for an excuse. Yeah, they are looking for an excuse. They are looking for you. They are trying to find something to pin on you. Okay? So just be calm. Remember who has put you there. Remember that the Most High is with you. Remember that there's no place where you go without Him being part of you and being part of that environment. Remember that He's watching over you. Remember that He's seeing everything that is happening. Okay? So the best thing for you to do, the moment they start the pressure, they are, just do your best to calm down, listen to whatever it is they're saying, then go back to your station and do your best. Okay? Have as few opinions as possible, and make the opinions rational. Just be rational, because that's what they understand. Okay? If you try and say anything magical, anything extraordinary, they will use it against you. So just be rational. Explain it in the simplest way it can be. If you need to apologize, apologize. Yeah? Because the Spirit says for every moment that we are going to not go into an outburst, we are going to be rewarded. You're going to be rewarded. Whether it's money-wise, whether it's some favors, something. But you're going to be rewarded. For every time pressure is bombarded at you and they are and you resist it, you're going to get rewarded. Like you're going to get rewarded in that week. Like seriously. And this one I've already witnessed. Okay? So stay calm. Stay calm. Because now everything within them is intense. It is intense. Everything that they feel about you is being multiplied hundreds of times because of this energy that this thing is emitting. Okay? So for you, you have the responsibility of staying calm and grounding yourself. Please, every after work, find a place to sit in the grass, put your feet in the grass, put your hands on the ground. Let Mother Earth wash you. Let Mother Earth remove all that pressure, all that stress within you. Okay? Just keep calm. Eventually, they will be the ones to run. It will not be you. And please, whatever pressure it is that is being applied on you at work, don't quit. Spirit says don't quit. Don't be so pissed off and you quit. No. Stay your ground. Let them insult you. Let them put you down. I mean, you're used to it. It cannot be the first time you're being put down. It can't. Okay? So just stay calm. Listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. Listen in between what they're saying. Yeah? And just do your best. Do your best. The Most High is on your side. Okay? the Most High is on your side, and for every pressure that they apply, the Most High is going to reward you for it, like directly. Okay? So brothers and sisters, you don't fear anything. If they want, let them say the sky is coming down. If they want, let them make how many moons. If they want, let them. But this is truly our time. And they are the ones who are operating on the ego. So they are the ones who are operating on their excessive emotions. So they are the ones who are going to break, not us. Okay? So if you're someone who needs to meditate, meditate. Release all negative energy. Pray. Cleanse yourself. Please cleanse yourself. Okay? Also, I would like to tell you that ginger is helpful. Ginger is helpful for your cleanse. As part of your tea herbs, have your ginger, have your cloves. Those two have been very helpful to me, and I just thought I should share them. Please have your ginger, have your cloves. Remember to bathe with your salt and just stay focused. Know that everything is crumbling, but it has nothing to do with you. You just do your part, how you have been doing it, and do it at your best, please. Okay? So otherwise, I wish you all the best. Stay well. Okay? And stay under the protection of the Most High. Okay.